Welcome back to Archive Gaming, guys. So I wanted to have a little spotlight on some of the other campaigns that I'm playing in the background in between my normal uploads. So, you know, every once in a while I'll try to upload, you know, some smaller clips from some of the other ones that I don't have time to do videos for. Although I have considered just recording them and putting them up without any dialogue, but I think you need dialogue, you know. So this is the one that I currently been just breaking my head on for like 2 weeks now. This is the start of change, and we're playing as Quan. It's on we're playing on veteran, and man, oh man. Now don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying this campaign immensely, but we are fighting for survival here. And I always like the Three Kingdoms campaigns. I mean, look at my numbers here. 100,000. He's got 3 times. Oh, that's not too bad. He had almost 400,000. I think Liu Chan's got more. Yeah, Shu's got more than us. He's got twice the number of troops, although he's been able to kind of kick back for the most part. But yeah, the current situation, oh my god, Wei's just amassing power. And in all these romance games, I've always liked the later Three Kingdom scenarios, not so much the early ones, because I feel like the early ones are they don't feel quite as difficult as some of the later ones, you know. So I like the ones after Zhuge Liang's northern campaigns usually, or maybe starting with Zhuge Liang's northern campaign, his last one, you know, I think it's 234. His 234 campaign is pretty good as Shu. And I always feel like Wu is always a challenge because this massive front that you have to defend. But in this one, I've never seen this situation before, this scenario, 249, the start of change. So I thought I'd give it a shot, and I really like the time period because you have most of the stalwarts have kind of already passed on in Wu. I mean, in Shu, of course. I think I'm gonna try to Shu eventually, because this is right in the midst of Jiang Wei's northern campaigns. So this is the time. I'm thinking in the books around this time, I think he had launched 8 or 9 northern campaigns. He launches a ton of them. He just keeps trying, and that's what's going on with Shu right now in this time period. I don't know what number he's on specifically in this year, but I know that we're in the midst of that. And Wu, oh my god, man, I've been charging, pivoting, zigging and zagging, marching and counter marching, launching assaults, desperately defending. I've been all over the place. I can't imagine what the Fall of Shu scenario's got to be like. That one's always been brutal in every game I've played it in, and in this one it's got to be no exception. Right now we're retreating from here because we're playing on veteran, and veteran means insane city counterattack damage. If there's one thing that veteran means that you need to account for, probably the most important thing. I mean, you guys let me know what you think, but I feel like the most important thing that hits me every time, that just completely shuts me down, is city counterattack damage. It's just so insanely high. It almost doesn't matter who's behind those walls. You're gonna take a wallop of your forces every time. Now I've got Sun Quan marching here. Let me put up the speed. We're still using him. I think he's about 70 at this point. He's getting pretty long in the tooth. But we're using him while we still have him. Now, new to this version, wow, he's gonna get surround and conquer if he pushes on. he didn't have that before. That must be because we grabbed yin yang. So we launched 2 assaults here. We have been, and we've been driven off every time. The unique thing about this scenario is that Sima Yi and Cao Shuang both get to build up. They have an alliance with Wei for 2 years. So they've been building up for 2 years, and they just started. The alliances just broke off with Wei. Now Sima Yi died of old age, so I never actually got to see him deploy or do much of anything. But the problem that they're having is the surround and conquer. They can't really march without getting surrounded and losing all their plots. And that keeps sending them in this vicious cycle where they march out, Wei counter marches, surrounds them, and then they end up falling back because the supply lines get cut off. So just a tip to anybody, if you want to see these 2 forces do anything, I think for this one you might have to turn off surround and conquer, because they've been stuck. You know, the AI will march out, they'll get, see, Sima Shi, I think it is. Yeah, Sima Shi got as far as attacking Xinye, and we both assaulted the city actually. But he lost all his plots, so he lost his forces that were deployed, and then he had to fall back and essentially start from scratch. So I feel like I have a huge advantage in this, in that these guys are not part of Wei. You know, they start separate, they're deep in the heart, and they're causing some noise. I don't know if it's effective or not, it doesn't look like it, but my point is I can't imagine how much more difficult the 264 one must be on veteran, at least. So yeah, I'm trying, man. It's a very, very good challenge. I'm getting a lot of Liu Kui and Shu flashbacks. If I have a playthrough on the channel of Liu Kui, and when I invaded Shu, I had these problems. I just couldn't crack the cities. It's just, you need a really focused assault. And the thing about Sun Quan is that you're so spread out that it's very difficult to mount a focused assault. It's, you know, you have this huge front. I almost considered giving him Lujiang just so I could fight on the ocean. But the thing about Wei is that Wei just amasses power and amasses power. You know, it's exactly what Zhuge Liang said when he proposed to march on the north. He's like, if you don't march, and the game really reflects that, if you don't march on Wei, they will just outpace you and outgain you long term. Now the only good thing that's come out of this is we've managed to capture and recruit Deng Ai. That's been my only big win. Outside of not collapsing, you know, because at my skill level, not collapsing is a huge win for me. You know, I'm not gonna lie about that. We had some pretty close calls, had a huge invasion here that I had to fend off, and that was like an old warhorse's ambition. I had that. I've also done that on the channel, and I played that as Sun Quan, and I basically relived most of that here. So the ocean has saved us a few times as expected, and I almost considered giving up and pulling out of Lujiang and letting him send his forces across the ocean to fight him. But, you know, do I really want to give him another city, and one city where he can focus everybody onto? So I decided against it. Now if I end up losing this or scrapping it, then when I retry it, I might do that. I might let them take Lujiang and try to fight on the ocean all the time. But you can see here, we've pushed and we've just gotten blown back every time because we just can't seal the deal. It's the worst feeling. I really wish I could have gotten some kind of if Koi would have given us a slider for that city counterattack damage, because it's a huge jump. It's just it's you know, it's the kind of jump that's like, oh, are you gonna attack a city? Well, you better bring. You're gonna need all your top guys on this assault if you want to take it quickly, you know, and efficiently and all that. It's been a huge pain. Yeah, they don't care about that. Barbarians. I keep calling them barbarians in this game. Outlander forces don't care about towers. Okay. We've got that. Let's put some... I don't know if we can put something around here. I don't think so. No. Okay. Let's just head back. Let's see, where can we put an arrow tower around here? I don't think the fire trap's going to affect it, so we could actually put it... Let's put it about there. I mean, it's been so difficult for me that I had to break my own personal rule on arrow towers and just start fortifying the hell out of all the fronts with towers just to get some attrition going. One good thing that came out of playing this as opposed to the other ones is that you're able to form a coalition right away, because Sima Shi's force and Cao Shuang's force, they're not allied. Oh, he's got snake formation, perfect. They're not allied with Wei, so I mean, after it breaks off, it immediately just asks you, hey, do you want to form a coalition, yes or no? So we were able to just go into that right away. Okay, I think we're going to pull some of the troops. We've got 17 here, so let's run a transport. And I don't think we need to run supplies. Let's see. No. That's going to take 2 whole months. That's alright. I don't think he's sending... We're just going to go up and take the mountain up there. Okay, he's going to just cut right through us like nothing. Now my backlands I haven't been able to build up because Sun Quan's force has got... Well, actually I can't see... I think Liu Shan's got less than us, but he's only got 80. I actually think Shu's position is always, in my opinion, it's always a lot easier. Just because it's more concentrated to begin with. Now, yeah, you still have a much harder, in my opinion, you have a much harder proposition taking Chang'an. Because they're, you know, it's just a huge battle right here. But it's still easier in the sense that you can concentrate everybody onto one point and then just, you know, send your best guys a huge force and fight it out that way. I think Sun Quan's position is a little bit more difficult because he's just got to manage this insane front. And even though he has more officers, like my backlands here, I haven't been able to properly build them up at all. You know, I'll call an officer back here to transport and shove off all these supplies and stuff, but that's it. And of course we took this so that we could trade with India for their tech. So we're working on that too, but I don't really have a lot to do. Let's see. So at this point we've kind of built everything that we need to build, and we're just trying to... I'm banking on the fact that we're holding off and that I develop barracks and the AI doesn't develop barracks. Which, 9 times out of 10, the AI not developing barracks at all is like a huge hole in their programming. Because you can outpace them sooner or later. But in this situation, it's actually a blessing, because it means that you can break even with them. at some point, because they don't really need to develop their barracks. You know, this is Wei doesn't need it. So it's kind of an equalizer in this situation. Oh, he's probably coming to retake his core. Which is fine. I said let him take it. We're in no position to do anything about it. I mean, he's gonna have his core bonuses since we're on his territory, so we have to respect that. And that's another lesson I've learned the hard way, not respecting those core bonuses. Okay, let's go see if we can deal with that ram. Fish formation, that's a little slow, but that's what we have right now. We could send out Zhongli. But just how much fighting he's gonna do on that mountain, I don't think so. Yeah, you know what? Wait a second. 400? Oh, right. Yeah, training is a little bit more. It's 400, that's right. The price creeps up on you. Even on those little suggestions. Price goes up on veteran. But yeah, I mean, right off the bat, I fought some really tough pitch defensive battles, and the trajectory has gone fend them off, which we've done with some really, like I said, really great tough close battles, which is what I love. You know, I live for that stuff, those really, like, this is it, make or break. And then because you've survived the make or break, it means that you get to fight another make or break. You know, it's, can I survive one more day? Can we defend one more time after that? Or is that it? Or is that going to be it? You know? So we did a series of those. Then we took the fight to them. Then we controlled most of these territories. But sealing the deal has been the problem. You know, it's taking the cities. That's where I've been really struggling. That's where we haven't been able to really make any progress. We don't have any gold to build a tower, right? We do now. We didn't before. I probably should have showed off some of these fights, but I didn't really think about this until today, until I started playing today. So okay, let's just do a search. Get what we can get here. Okay, he's falling back. He's building the tower. And I feel like the AI has the same problem, you know. Don't get me wrong, it's not just the you know, it's all city counterattack damage is increased, so the AI is having the same problem. You know, if somebody gets routed in the field, it doesn't necessarily mean anything because nobody's really been able to capitalize and actually take a city. No territory has been exchanged, and we're 2 years into this file. It started in 249. Okay, these guys are heading my way. Attack Jiangxia. Oh, that's interesting. So they're gonna make their way down, land. Alright, well, it's no worries. We should be able to get this. And then just start running back as fast as we can. Now, will the catapult arrive in time? I don't know, but what I can do is send him there. One really nice thing about this setup here that I like, and I'll mention it right now too, I'm looking at, for my next Let's Play, is I've been looking at doing a Yellow Sky as Liu Yan, and one of the things I'm thinking of that I've been doing here that might help me there is that these two cities are in really good position to support each other. You know, as long as you have some kind of ship tech so your ships are a little bit faster, but these two can really quickly dart across and help each other out. And that's been helping me fight off these invasions by cutting supplies, by just, you know, sneaking up on the attackers from behind. So, yeah, we're gonna send them there. We'll see how that goes. Reward, as long as nobody's really low. Like, that guy's not even worth the cash, because we don't have that much cash, and I think I need to start working on that. I need to get somebody back here. I just keep forgetting. Keep neglecting these. How much do you have? 37,000 gold. Let's get some of that gold moving. It's past time. Let's at least get it there, and then from there we can go on. Quan doesn't have any transport units. No officers with transport. And it's backbreaking. It's backbreaking is what it is for me. I know I've said this many times, but transport is for people like me who are very poor at logistics. So I need units that have transport, because by the time I realize that I have supply problems, it's like 3 turns too late. You know what I mean? It's already it's way past that time. Okay, let's deploy somebody. Fang is still injured, and I've been using all of these guys. I mean, I don't remember how many troops. I think I had almost twice the number of soldiers when this file started. Alright, let's send some help by boat. Got Liu Kang on the way. Liu Kang. The last great hero of Wu. And he's also the last great hero of Earthrealm. Alright, so let's just do this last turn. And I'm thinking really what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to put some time into calling up some people and then getting them to getting a bunch of transports moving all my stuff up just to get the gold up. We keep running out of cash. Envoy to Tainzu. 534. Okay. Ways advancing. Yeah, I see them. I see them. Okay. But yeah, I love this because you just use the ocean to kind of support your cities as you need to, and it's cool. It's not something that I have gotten to do in this game yet, really. I've only played as Liu, Kui, and Jing, and I went straight into Shu, and then from there I basically did the Shu route. So I haven't really had the opportunity to really explore this area too much. So So yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. I just wanted to get this video out there. Like I said, I haven't thought a name for these types of videos, but I'll be touching in with these every once in a while, just to kind of show them off, just in case anybody's wondering what these look like. I know I personally don't know too many people that play the Three Kingdom ones, unless they're playing like, you know, Shu with the 5 Tiger Generals, you know, at the peak Three Kingdoms. But I don't know too many people that play the later ones, or even these that are. This 249 doesn't feel late where everything's kind of desolate, you know, because the problem with 263, 264 traditionally is that it usually feels kind of empty and desolate, and you don't have any heroes left, you know. But in this one, I will say there are still some. I mean, Sun Quan's still rolling around at 70 years old, you know. You still have quite a bit of recognizable faces, instead of the, I don't want to say generic, but the more mediocre officers that you have in the Fall of Shu scenario. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you're not following me or subscribed already, make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Until then, take care, have a good one, guys.